It doesn't sound right, but a law enforcement officer facing DUI charges was allowed to serve out his punishment from the state of Florida while on a paid vacation.
Channel 9 anchor and investigative reporter Darlene Jones joins us live in studio. She has been researching this. And Darlene, you learned that can happen when some law enforcement officers are disciplined.
Yeah, Greg and Martha, we uncovered this pop-up actually a few months ago when we or not for driving.
You have to see these traffic stops caught on camera.
It's here. Breathe.
An Orlando police officer pulled over outside of his child's daycare stumbles through a field sobriety test, suspected of driving under the influence. This deputy instantly flashing his Lake County Sheriff's Office ID when he's pulled over for erratic driving.
Are you a deputy? Yes. Why are you driving so crazy, man?
9 Investigates uncovered nearly 400 officer DUIs statewide in the last 5 years. About 50 were officers for Central Florida police agencies or sheriff's departments. And in that time, we found the FDLE Standards and Training Commission suspended the law enforcement certification for 74 across the state for anywhere from 10 days up to 6 months, but they may never actually miss a day on the job.
If I make you serve the time, like if you go, nope, I'm just not going to come to work. Well, you have to turn in your car, your badge, your gun. You got to turn in all your equipment. You cannot be a police officer during that time. So if I could say, hey, Darlene, I'm just going to take 80 hours of your vacation bank, you've paid the fine, so to speak.
Right.
But almost always people will choose that option.
We tried to question the chief of the FDLE Bureau Standards about why this is allowed.
Darlene Jones with Channel 9. Can I just ask you 2 quick questions
I've got to get with Orange County SO and APD. Can I get with you? I'm trying to get them out of here.
Okay,
I can get
real
with you.
quick.
Give me just a minute.
Okay.
We gave him more than a minute, watching him circle the room, avoiding our camera, and then the director of FDLE Standards and Training walked up.
Talk to me about how you guys are working to hold these officers accountable.
He didn't want to answer questions either, instead directing us to the department's public information officer, whom he called while we were standing there. The public information officer didn't answer our questions either.
Paid leave sounds like something to, I think, the layman. Oh, paid leave? No. They're in the Bahamas. They're down at South Beach. They're up in the mountains with their family, living life.
And Central Florida advocates against drunk driving couldn't believe what else we uncovered. Cases where officers were fired or resigned in lieu of termination and then rehired by the same agency. Deputy Wyatt Roden with the Baker County Sheriff's Office is one of them.
He was observed having slurred speech, glassy, bloodshot, and watery eyes, and being unsteady on his feet.
Listen as the commission discussed how much alcohol he had in his system when he crashed his truck.
He provided 2 samples, and the results were 0.214 and 0.211.
His law enforcement certification was suspended for 60 days, but he has a year to serve it out.
So I know I messed up, but I don't want to make no excuses, so I'm just ready to get everything over with.
Well, in that case, the sheriff sent a letter of support, and his second in command was there at the Standards and Training Commission meeting to speak on his behalf in support of the deputy who they rehired, stating he had done a lot to rehab himself. Martha?